This is how you get more Google reviews for your local business. Basically, there are 3 easy things you can do, but altogether, it can yield in higher or better results. Watch closely, especially considering that 75% of people regularly read reviews. So, without those good reviews, you're clearly missing out. This could be the deciding factor between choosing you over your competitors. First of all, not everyone will leave you a review. Even though you provided good service or products, you can't just assume that everyone will leave you a review. I mean, sure, some will definitely do, but we're not just aiming for good, right? We're aiming for better or best. That is why you should do something about it, such as the things that I will recommend to you. The first one is the simplest one is, well, just ask. Well, the worst she could say is no, right?
Oh my god, ew, David!
In all seriousness, the reason that you need to ask is that 83% of consumers in general are more responsive when you ask them to leave a review. So, what that means is that if you're not really asking them, only about 17% of your current customers or clients will actually leave you a review, and that's a rather small number, right? So, if you want to get more reviews, it's important that you ask them. Capiche? Just a fair warning, Google doesn't actually allow incentives. Oops, the camera's moving. Doesn't allow incentives such as payments, discounts, or free goods or services in exchange for that Google review, because I guess it makes it ingenuine. However, if no one is actually a snitch from your business interactions, then maybe this is a good thing. But again, I do not recommend that, but I do know that this is actually really effective. Again, I do not recommend it. Okay, so for the ways that you can ask for a review, there are 10 ways. First is the email. You just send them an email with the review link ready to go. There's also in person, and you can ask through social media. That's not aligned. Anyway, there's SMS, there's receipt or invoice. Like that's the one that you can scan probably at the bottom of the receipt or something like that. I think Walmart does that, but it's not a Google review. But anyway, there's also a device inside business, so perhaps you have an iPad at the reception and they can just use that or something like that. Then there's a business card, which maybe that will also work if it has a QR code. And then there's over the phone, a signage on your business, which could also be a QR code. So a lot of these things, a QR code will be really useful. And then a chatbot, which I do not recommend. I don't think this is super effective. Okay, now, any of these can definitely work. However, to make sure that it's super effective, okay, maybe super is an exaggeration. But the thing is, to make sure that you actually get more reviews is to combine 2 or 3 things, which actually leads me to my next point, the 2 reasons as to why you should still send a review invitation even though you already asked them. That's to make it easy. Okay, it says here 2 reasons, but I only have 1 bullet point. But hold on. Don't call me stupid yet, hold on. But that's because it's twofold. Make it easy for you and make it easy for your clients or customers. Okay, let me actually show you what I mean by making it easy for your clients or customers. So let's say you're on Google. Actually, let me turn that into a mobile version. SE, reload. Okay, and then let's say your business is Porns. That's a real business, by the way. Porns, and I really like the wordplay on that. So Porns, but that's not the business that I was looking for, which means that's an extra step for them because I can't immediately leave a review. It's Vancouver, I think. Vancouver. There we go. So it finally showed up, and then when the right business showed up, only then can I leave a review. So that's an extra step, especially if your business doesn't immediately show up when they search for your business name. So this also applies to some generic names, or if you have a similar name on a different province or state. So by making it easy for your clients, which is the sending of the review invitation and whatnot, it removes any frictions or extra steps that may discourage your customers or clients to actually leave a review. And that's not a good thing, because If you're familiar with the customer journey, I guess in the digital world, is that you must make sure that the buying process is seamless. So a lot less distractions and whatnot. And that also applies to this getting reviews. So yeah, you should definitely make it easy. So just a warning, when sending those review invitations, right, do not filter out your reviews. For instance, you have a custom review form where it has its own star rating field. And let's say that some of them sent a less than or equal to 3-star rating. And if that happens, then you just say thank you. But if they submit a 4+ star rating, then you'll send them to Google Review. That idea, while I think it's great because you can filter out the bad reviews, it's not good because again, it's against Google's guidelines. Well, I'm not sure if you could get banned from that, but are you willing to risk that? So I highly discourage you from filtering out those Google reviews. Speaking of which, I actually have an app for that. Here, if you can see that. Oh, by the way, it's not the filtering part. No, this app simply makes it easy for you to send those review invitations and for your clients to easily leave a review. So in fact, you have 3 different ways you can send that invitation. Okay, there we go. It's focused. So you have the email, the SMS, or the QR code. The QR code is perfect for in-person moments if you're just asking them on the spot. Okay, and then the email is still one of the best and which I do recommend. So yeah, basically you only need to add their first name and email address and it will send them the review invitation. So you don't have to compose anything. It will automatically send a invitation like this one. So as you can see, there's a large clear button inviting them to leave a review. And if something didn't go quite right with the service or product, and there's a note at the bottom saying, if there's anything we could have done better, just hit reply and I'll respond personally. So instead of dropping a nasty review on your Google business profile, perhaps they could just send you a message regarding that. And just so you know, this doesn't actually filter out the reviews, because when they click on this button, it doesn't send them to a different form. It leads them to the Google review page itself. Oh. There we go. And that's the same with the SMS and the QR code. It will immediately lead them to this page. So with just one tap, your customers or clients can easily leave a review. So it's easy for both of you, right? So if you want that, unfortunately, it's not a mobile app in the traditional sense. I can't believe I use traditional for that. But it's more like a web app where I have to create the page itself. So if you want a similar app like this one, which I actually customize depending on your brand. So like this. There we go. Just click the link in the description and then I'll get back to you. Okay, now, where were we? Oh, by the way, I actually have a personal experience with asking in person and sending a review invitation. So, I have been going to this dental clinic for about 2 years. Details doesn't matter. But anyway, they've always sent me a review invitation through SMS. However, I never actually bothered to leave them a review for those 2 years. However, something changed last year. I think that was October. But anyway, they asked me in person if I could leave them a review, which I did say yes, so we had a verbal agreement. So when I went home that day, they sent me the review invitation and I felt inclined, no actually, I felt obliged to actually leave a review. Because I already said yes, it would be rude not to actually leave them a review, right? So yeah, asking in person and sending the review invitation really helps. Okay, so as for the last one, you can also follow up. I can actually set this up with the app if you want, like you could just ask me. But you can also set this up yourself with any email marketing platform if you know how. Just make sure that it doesn't actually spam your customer or client because that's just annoying. It might actually lead to them leaving a bad review. What I mean is that if you send the first email for asking them to leave a review, if they already clicked on a button there or the link, then you should not send those follow-ups. You can do that with any email marketing platform. I've tried that and yeah, it's an easy setup. And ideally, I only recommend actually 1 or 2 follow-ups. Just make sure that you're not too pushy, because this will definitely annoy them if it's too much, you know. And apart from these methods, you've got the obvious ones, which is to actually provide a good service or product and be nice. For the be nice, I've actually seen a lot of reviews where they were complaining how rude the lady at the front was or something like that. So yeah, try to avoid being rude altogether, because that could really damage your reputation. And providing good service or product, that's just common sense, right? Okay, just to recap, it would be really great if you could use all of these methods together. So asking them in person and sending a review invitation and then following up. And you know what else? Having those Google reviews can definitely help your rankings in Google. And another ranking factor, a website. So if you're still unsure as to how a website can actually benefit your business, you can watch this video. As a matter of fact, a website is so important that it could actually turn your leads into paying customers or clients. So yeah, see you there.